Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be coaching you on how to fill up the application for travel document or advance parole, which is Form I-131, expires on April 30th, 2022. So, let's take a look over here. This part, we are not going to fill up this part because this part is for USCIS use only. Since we are not going to fill up this part, we are going to start from here. But before I'll start, I would like to remind you guys to type or print in black ink only. Or if you are going to use pen to fill up this form, make sure to use black ink pen only. And lastly, do not leave the boxes empty. If the boxes is not applicable for you, write an A. So let's start in part 1, information about you. In this part, you are going to write down your married name in this part. So in my case, my last name is Smith, my first name is Jane, my middle name is Cruz. Physical address and care of name. So in this part, I write down my name so that when the USCIS send me the mail, they are going to address that mail in my name. My street number, city or town, Dallas, state, Texas. This is my zip code. My country is USA. Other information, alien registration number or A number. So this is my alien registration number. Where you can find your alien registration number? You can find your alien registration number on your NOA2 or Notice of Action 2. Country of birth, I was born in Philippines. Country of citizenship, Philippines. Class of admission, I was admitted here through K1 visa. My gender is female. My date of birth, I was born on July 1st, 1987. U.S. Social Security number. So this is my Social Security number. But if you don't have a U.S. Social Security number yet, do not write any number in this space provided. Write an A, okay? Part 2, application type. So in this part, I advise you guys to read this part carefully. In my part, I take 1D because I am applying for an advance parole document to allow me to return to the United States after temporary foreign travel. Okay? If you check box 1F, provide the following information about that person in 2A through 2P. So that means that if you tick this one, you have to provide the information of that person from 2A to 2P. So in my case, I am not applying for the person who resides outside the United States, so I'm going to write an A in here. Okay, write an A. Unfortunately, my computer is not allowing me to write here, so I'm going to use pen to write an A in this part, okay? Do not forget to take 1D if you are applying for advance parole, okay? Part 3, processing information. So in this part, they are asking for the information when you are going to leave and how many days you are wishing to stay outside the United States. So date of intended departure. So when are you planning to leave the country? You have to write down that information here. Expected length of trip. So if you are staying for 10 days, you have to write down that information here. But if you are going to stay 15 or 30 days, write that here, okay? Are you or any person included in this application now in exclusion, deportation, removal, or rescission? In my part, I think no. Okay? But if you think yes, you have to provide the name of Department of Homeland Security Office in this space provided. Have you ever before being issued a recent permit or refugee travel document? If yes, give the following information for the last document issued to you. So in my part, I've never been issued a reentry or travel or refugee travel document. So I think no. But if you think yes, you have to write down the date of issue and disposition of that travel document. Okay? Part 3, processing information. So this is still the continuation. Where do you want this travel document sent? Check 1. So if you want your travel document to be sent in the United States where you reside, you have to click 5, number 5. So where is part 1, 2A through to 1? That is in page 1. This is the part 1, 2A to 2I. So this is your physical address or your permanent address. So in my case, I want my travel document to be sent in my physical address, which is in part 1, 2A, 2I. But if you want to receive your travel document in a different address, you have to write down that address in here. Okay? But in my case, I want to receive my travel document and my physical address, so I will write NA in this space provided. Okay, write NA if you want your travel documents to be sent in your physical address. Write NA in this space provided. Okay. If you check 6 or 7, where should the notice to pick up the travel document to be sent? So if you check 6 or 7, this one, you have to write down the address where you want your travel document to be picked up. Okay. Part 4, information about your proposed travel. Purpose of trip. So what is your purpose of trip? So in my part, my purpose of trip is to visit my family in Philippines. But if your purpose is for tourist outside the country, you have to write down that purpose in this space provided. List the country you intended to visit. So in this part, you have to write down all the country that you want to visit or you intended to visit. Okay? Part 5, complete only if applying for re-entry permit. So in this part, we are going to complete this part because we are not applying for re-entry. We are applying for advance parole. Part 6, complete if only if applying for a refugee travel document. So again, in this part, we are not going to complete this part because we are not applying for refugee travel document. We are applying for advance parole. So do not take any of these boxes because this is not applicable for us. Part 7, complete only if applying for advance parole. So this part, we have to tick one of these boxes. How many trips do you intend to use these documents? So in this part, I want to use this document more than one trip. So I think more than one trip. But if you are planning to use just one trip, just tick this box, okay? If the person intended to receive an advance parole document is outside the United States, provide the location, city or town, and country of the U.S. Embassy or Consulate or the DHS overseas office that you want us to notify. So in this part, this is not applicable for me, so I write an A. But if you are intended to receive your advance parole in outside the United States, you have to write down the Department of Homeland Security office in where the in this part, okay? You have to write down the Department of Homeland Security address in this part, okay? If the travel document will be delivered to an overseas office, where should the notice to pick up documents? So you have to tick one of these boxes if you are intended your travel document to be delivered overseas. So in my part, I'm not going to take one of these boxes because, as I said, I want to receive my advance parole in my physical address. But if one of these boxes is applicable for you, take one of these boxes. Okay? Since I am not going to receive my advance parole in a different places or outside the United States, I will write an A in here. Okay? Part 8, signature of applicant. So in this part, you have to write your signature. In this part, you are certifying that all the information that you have written in this application are true and correct, and it's not being purged, okay? Write your signature and write the date when you sign this form. Write down your telephone number or cell phone number in this space provided. Note, if you do not completely fill out this form or fail to submit required documents listed in the instruction, your application may be denied. So again, if you fail to fill out this form correctly, or if you fail to submit the required documents, USCIS may deny your application. So you have to check this form correctly before you will submit this form. Part 9, information about person who prepared this application if other than the applicant. So in this part is not applicable for me because I am the applicant and I am the one who fill up this form. But if you have a preparer, you have to put or write that preparer's full name in this space provided. You have also to write the preparing address in this space provided, and also your preparer have to write the preparer's telephone number or cell phone number in here and the email address. Also, the preparer have to sign here and write the date. Do not forget, if you have a preparer, complete this information. In my part, I don't have a preparer, so I write an A. So this is all, and thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. God bless on your application.